Hey friends, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we're going to talk about Nikola, and I want to focus on the positive things about Nikola. Right now there are so many YouTubers that are just destroying Nikola because really they're just trying to get your views. I'm not gonna lie, I want your views too, but I want to focus on the positive things with Nikola, what they have to offer, what the future looks like, and what to focus on if you're investing in this company. So everyone's talking about Trevor Milton. Leave Trevor Milton alone. The guy's out, he's done. Give the poor guy a rest. But guys, please like and subscribe. Enjoy my community. And comment. I want to know what people think about Nikola. Do you think it's going to pull through? What do you think is going to happen here? Are you investing in a Nikola? Are you thinking about pulling out of Nikola? Are you thinking about going back into it or going in it for the first time? Let me know, I'm curious. So for all the people out there that are already going, well, do you even know what's going on with this company? Of course I know what's going on with Nikola. I've been following Nikola before any of this Trevor Milton stuff even came out. I was there when it was still on a blank check company. I remember the day it merged and watching it hit up to almost $100 and then plummeting back down. And I know about the GM deal that may happen or may not happen. I know all about that, trust me. I keep up with Nikola because I like Nikola. And Nikola right now is cracking down on YouTubers putting out their content. Most people that are doing that are saying negative things about Nikola. Whether they're false or true, a lot of them are true. There is some controversy going on, and people are still talking about the Trevor Milton situation. It's old news. It's done and over with. He's not in the company anymore. He wasn't even the CEO. He was just a founder in it. But if you still like Nikola, you still like the Badger truck, you still like the semi truck, you still like that they're doing hydrogen fuel cells plus electric. Those are very positive things, and those are things that not a lot of other EV companies are focusing on or doing right now, because Nikola has all this, and we're talking about billions and billions of dollars that could be in the future. So here's one thing we know about Nikola. Nikola is probably the most popular EV company right now besides Tesla. And honestly, that's a lot because of what's happened with the company, with the drama. But before the drama, there was still a lot of positive hype, and everybody knew about Nikola because they've come out with some great looking models for vehicles. And like I said, they're doing hydrogen fuel cell as well, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But through the good publicity and the bad publicity, it's still publicity, and people know about the company. And when they find out, they're reading into the company and see what it has to offer. Let's look at Nikola's stock price today. That's telling us a lot about what's going on with the company right now too. Nikola's stock is taking a dramatic hit, and by all rights it should. There's been a lot of controversy and just a lot of people buying into Nikola, not even really knowing what Nikola is. But honestly, it's still standing strong. The high teens where it's standing in the low 20s, that's still a lot of money. That's still a very high dollar market cap on the stock, and the volume on it is crazy every day. So what I'm trying to say is, when there's no stimulus in the economy right now, things are going crazy right now. We have the election coming up. The stock market has taken a dramatic hit. We're seeing what a lot of our stocks are made of right now with companies. Nikola's pretty much still standing strong. It's still a very high stock. And this is telling us one thing. There's still a lot of heavy hitters holding on to massive amounts of shares because they know something, and they may know something we don't know. Whether or not things have actually taken place, and the company's put pretty much boots on the ground, wheels on the road, pretty much saying, this is a futuristic stock you're buying into, much like most of the EV companies out there right now. So here's the number one thing. When I think of Nikola, this is what makes me want to invest in the company the most out of anything. Nikola is making semi-trucks. Tesla is making semi-trucks. Tesla's semi-trucks will be all electric. Nikola's trucks will be hydrogen fuel cell. A lot of our hydrogen fuel cell companies are really just starting to get some momentum, and they're taking off. I've made a ton of videos about Plug Power. I'm an investor in Plug Power. I support hydrogen fuel cell. Obviously, if you know anything about Nikola and you know anything about Elon Musk, he does not like hydrogen fuel cell. He has said this openly in interviews multiple times. So think of this. Think of Volvo truck. So in the United States alone, what are the majority semi-trucks you see on the road? Volvo trucks and Mack trucks. Those are your two top dogs for semi-trucks. Let's read this. Volvo Group global revenue 2008 to 2019. The Volvo Group generated revenue of around 432 billion Swedish krona, or about 46.3 billion US dollars in 2019 alone. Truck deliveries increased by 2.8%, driving up revenue by around 11% compared with the year before. $46.3 billion alone just for that company. Not only are they going to do semi-trucks, but they're planning on doing just basic trucks too. The Badger truck, they have a car. And like I've said numerous times, they're doing battery plus hydrogen fuel cell. People are wanting this company to work. And that's why I believe it's going to survive, because you're going to have people that are going to make this work. The nuts and bolts have been pretty much put there. People are just trying to screw them in and make this work right now. So here's the next part. Here's the other big saving grace with Nikola motors right now. The Badger truck. People want this truck. Orders for this truck were crazy. Even before Nikola had an IPO and they were on the trading market, orders were coming in for this truck hot and heavy, which is one thing that drives up the stock price so heavy with Nikola in the very beginning months back. And people are saying that this Badger truck is kind of being used as the apple in front of the horse right now to keep people going in this company. And I can see that, but honestly, I have to put myself in their shoes too. I would probably be doing that too if I had a company that was kind of going through hard times right now, but we had one thing that was really good. We had this truck. People like this truck. It's a very unique truck. It's very cool, smooth, operating looking truck. So if you have not seen the Badger truck, I'm gonna show you some pictures right now, outside, inside, everything this truck kind of has to offer. This truck has a lot of designs and they've showed a lot of color features with this truck. The silver one right here, man, that truck is so smooth looking. Obviously, a lot of these are not real pictures, they're design pictures made up, but they still give you a rough idea what you're gonna be in. There's a Badger truck with a whole canopy top on it. And then if we look at the inside of the truck, obviously this is fake again, this is computer designed, but it's a really smooth looking truck. It's a really neat looking truck. And then looking at some specs, we go down, the battery has 300 miles. Tesla's running that same number too, around 300 miles per battery charge. And then fuel cell, 300 again. And then towing capacity, 8,000 pounds. 4-wheel drive, independent wheel drive. So the Badger truck's got a really outdoorsy feel, kind of like a little bit of a work truck slash throw things in it and let's go to the mountains truck. And then just to throw this in there, this is one of my favorites too. The monster truck Badger. Obviously that's fake. But guys, what I'm saying with Badger, it's a huge gamble. You're putting a lot in it, almost everything. But what I want to say to people, yes, there's a lot of negative stuff going on right now with Nikola. But if you're so negative about something, you may miss out on something too. Look at Tesla. Look at what Tesla's done. Tesla almost went out of business. There's a lot of people that missed a lot of opportunity with Tesla. I want to make it known, I have not invested into Nikola yet. That's not in my portfolio yet. I'm waiting to see what happens here, especially with this election week. We could even see some lower numbers in the stock market this week. So I'm honestly waiting to see if Nikola goes down into the low teens, which I believe it could. And if it does, I will be going in at that moment and grabbing some shares. And this is a gamble, I realize that. But honestly, I really think this company is going to pull through. There's a lot of people rooting for it. There's a lot of investors. There's a lot of people in the stock market that are investors rooting for it. And the first sign of good news with this company, things are really going to take off. But guys, as always, I like to make positive videos, and remember to be positive and be you. And always do your research before you invest in any company. But until next time, God bless you all, and I'll see you after the election.